We have mapped the surface of Mars. We have sent probes to the outer edges of our solar system. We know the craters of the moon better than we know our own planet. Beneath the surface of our oceans lies a world we were never meant to see. It is a realm where sunlight dies, where pressure crushes metal, and where life takes on forms that defy logic. We have explored less than 5% of our global ocean, but what we have found changes everything we thought we knew about biology. Today, we are going to descend 11,000 meters down, past the sunlight, through the twilight, and into the crushing darkness of the trenches. Welcome to the deep. Our journey begins as we drop below 200 meters. The bright, sun-fueled world of coral reefs and plankton blooms fades away. We are entering the twilight zone. Here, the sun is a distant memory. There are no plants, no photosynthesis, and no green energy. Instead, life relies on a constant, slow drift of particles from above. Scientists call it marine snow, a mix of dead plankton and waste. To us, it looks like dust. To the creatures here, it is the only food source. Survival here is a game of hide and seek. To survive, you must vanish. Many animals, like the glass squid or the glass octopus, have evolved total transparency. Their bodies are clear as crystal, organs barely visible. It is the ultimate camouflage. If light passes through you, you cast no shadow. But others choose a different path. They don't hide from the light, they create it. In the gloom, silhouettes are dangerous. Predators looking up can spot a dark shadow against the faint light from the surface. So creatures like the firefly squid use a trick called counter-illumination. They light up their bellies to match the exact brightness of the surface water above them. They use light to disappear into light. The Twilight Zone is also home to the greatest secret movement on Earth. During World War II, naval sonar operators were confused by a false seabed that seemed to rise every night and sink every morning. It wasn't the seafloor, it was life. Every night, billions of creatures, lanternfish, squid, and jellies migrate from the deep up to the surface to feed under the cover of darkness. At dawn, they retreat back into the shadows. This is the diel vertical migration. In terms of biomass, it is larger than every herd, flock, and swarm on land combined. An entire world moving in rhythm, unseen by humanity. As we cross the 1 kilometer mark, the last photon of sunlight vanishes. We have reached the midnight zone. The temperature hovers near freezing, the pressure is immense, and the darkness is absolute. Yet evolution gets incredibly creative here. Meet the dragonfish. Most deep-sea creatures can't see the color red because red light doesn't penetrate this deep. But the dragonfish produces a red bioluminescent glow, a private spotlight that only it can see. It can illuminate its prey without ever giving away its own position. It's a biological sniper scope. Then there is the icon of the deep, the anglerfish. In this endless void, finding food is hard, but finding a mate is nearly impossible. The anglerfish has solved this with a strategy that sounds like a horror movie. The males are born tiny and helpless. Their only purpose is to sniff out a female. When a male finds one, he bites onto her, fusing his body with hers. Over time, his eyes and organs dissolve until he is nothing more than a permanent attachment sustained by her blood. It is one of the most extreme survival strategies in nature. At 4,000 meters, we reach the floor of the ocean, the abyssal plain. This is the largest habitat on Earth, covering more than half our planet, yet it looks like a barren desert of gray mud. Food is so scarce here that life moves in slow motion. Creatures like the Greenland shark can live for over 400 years, their metabolisms barely ticking. But this silence is broken by the arrival of giants. When a whale dies and sinks, it creates a whale fall. It hits the abyss like a biological bomb. Suddenly, a single carcass provides enough food to sustain a community for decades. Hagfish, sharks, and giant amphipods swarm the site. Bone-eating worms, known as osedacs, take root in the skeleton, dissolving the bones to get to the oil inside. It is a pop-up city of life in the middle of a wasteland, proving that in the ocean, nothing is wasted. We also see deep-sea gigantism here. Isopods the size of puppies, squids the size of buses. We still don't fully know why deep-sea animals grow so massive. Is it the pressure, the cold, or simply because being big is the only defense when there is nowhere to hide? Finally, we reach the scars of the Earth, the trenches. This is the Hadal Zone, named after Hades, the underworld. We are now 6 to 11 kilometers down. If you dropped Mount Everest here, its peak would still be a mile underwater. The pressure is 1,000 times greater than at the surface. It should be impossible for complex life to exist, and yet it does. At the very bottom, we find the Mariana snailfish. They look fragile, like ghosts made of gelatin, but their bodies are engineering marvels, reinforced at the molecular level to withstand crushing force. Even more alien are the hydrothermal vents. Here, superheated water spews toxic chemicals like hydrogen sulfide and methane. Yet, life thrives here too, not powered by the sun, but by the heat of the Earth itself. It's an ecosystem based entirely on chemistry. This discovery changed how we look for aliens. If life can survive here, in the dark and toxic crushing depths, could it also exist in the subsurface oceans of Jupiter's moon, Europa, or Saturn's Enceladus? The deep sea is our best training ground for space exploration. But perhaps the most shocking discovery in the trenches wasn't a monster, it was us. Even at 11,000 meters, inside tiny shrimp-like creatures, scientists have found plastic microfibers. There is no place on Earth truly untouched by humanity. The ocean covers 70% of our planet, yet remains 80% unexplored. Every time we send a rover down, we find species that science has never seen before. It is a world of monsters, of living glass, and of immortal sharks. It reminds us that we don't need to look to the stars to find alien worlds. The greatest mysteries are still right here, beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered.